All right, let
I'm
me,
gonna pull up the chat real quick.
yes, gotta notify the mods.
The mods know.
Hang. Oh. Okay. Why?
What?
Apparently, my phone loves to love everybody.
Autocorrect. We're love if you want to come hang out.
We are love. All right, let's see here. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's where we're at right
That's
now.
where we're at.
That's what we're doing. All right.
Oh man, I still have like tears in my eyes.
And babloop. That's where we're at right now.
Are you gonna turn on your sound? Perfect. Awesome.
We love, baby.
Oh man, welcome in everybody. Welcome in. For the future people joining us, welcome in. We are talking about everything at Disney that's happened lately. Sunday night, getting ready to go to bed, and got the news.
Yeah, and for once I was the first one to know about it before she did. I was playing it again.
I was at work.
I still knew first. I don't know. We're so competitive.
We are.
We're definitely competitive when it comes to this.
So what happened Sunday is that the board of directors at Disney, and this is all encompassing, Disney Plus, Hulu, ABC, ESPN, Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Parks, they voted Bob Chapek out, and they replaced him with Bob Iger. So
I was like, oh snap! Like honestly, I didn't see it
That's-
coming.
you didn't see it coming?
I didn't see it coming this soon.
No, me neither.
I know it's gonna happen.
They just renewed his contract in June.
So I wonder what got so bad for them to be like,
Yeah.
you're out the door, and we need you gone like tonight. Like this is it.
Last week's earnings report was terrible. But they had known that Disney Plus was not going to make a profit until 2024.
Why they
So,
keep jacking it all up?
I mean, but that's a streaming service. The first couple years, you're just trying to get people in, and then you go ahead and you raise the price to a considerable amount. But I guess during the earnings report, he was very just nonchalant, like, oh yeah, that's how it is. So I think maybe they thought he wasn't taking it serious enough.
And they were just, hi Angie, welcome in.
Hey Angie, welcome.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the stream shared out. I don't know if that was a good idea for me to post a link like that, but we did it anyways. We're just gonna follow through.
Just gonna do it.
Yeah, just
Make sure everybody knows.
yes, so that way no one would be like, we didn't know about it.
Welcome in everybody. We're talking about the shakeup at Disney. CEOs.
I love that, the shakeup.
It was sudden. Because they just in June renewed Bob Chapek. And so, and there was this glowing recommendation for Bob Chapek back in June. The board was like, we trust Bob to lead us through. He's been leading us through COVID. Angie says she's been excited for this all day.
Yeah, I mean, right. As you can see, I'm bald. I didn't wear my hat. I was wondering. I was like, why do I look so bright?
Do you want to go grab your hat?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my hat. That's my security blanket.
All right, go get it.
I don't have my security blanket.
So Angie said, was he fired or stepped down? I see so many different reports. So
I read step down.
The first report that came out was nice, and they were like, Bob Chapek has stepped down, and the board has elected Bob Iger in his place. But it's come out that they probably replaced him. I don't know for sure.
So, yeah, I was like, he stepped down. He was like, you mean he's fired? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, he stepped down. Like,
There's no way he would have stepped down. He's been working for 25 years to be CEO. He was under Bob Iger. He was in charge of distributing VHS tapes and then DVDs. He was over the parks. He was in charge of, Disney parks. So does he still work for Disney? No.
No, he is gone.
As
far as we know of.
He didn't get a demotion. Travel with Terry family. Hey, welcome in. They said, does this excite you or were you as a Disney cast member?
Both. For me, both.
Both. So, okay. There's Disney. Let's just talk about Disney World. Disney World cast members. Parks, their hotels, their restaurants. I am an operating participant. So cast members get a blue ID. I have a green ID. Our restaurant pays Disney money every single month to be in the spot that it's in. We are not a Disney restaurant. We can take Disney gift cards, magic bands. It's a separate system. It takes a little bit longer, but we're not a Disney restaurant. We are a restaurant at Disney World. I don't know if that makes sense. So, I think as a cast member in park, those cast members, not operating participants, should be excited because Bob Iger knows how to handle this type of recession that we're about to fling headfirst into. He's been through 2008. He was still kind of at the helm during COVID, and he knows what needs to be done. He will listen to people who are saying things like, the bathrooms are disgusting, cast members are rude and overworked and underpaid. Nobody's speaking for the cast members,
And
you
keep
know?
in mind, he's been doing a lot of background work. Like he was behind the scene watching all this go down. So
He's not turned a blind eye to it. He's in the know. He knows how people feel. He knows the conditions he's coming back into. He said very vocally and very publicly, I won't be coming back. And so I think for him to come back speaks a lot about how
it's going down.
he knows what's going on, and he has an idea. He has many ideas on how to tackle this. So if I was a cast member, I would be super excited. As an operating participant, I'm a little worried because one thing that you can do is raise prices to get back the money that they've lost in this past quarter that was substantial money. And so is the restaurant that I work at, are they going to have to pay more money to be in the spot they're at? Will they raise like basically the rental fee for that space? They're already very strict with us just in general. So I don't know what that means for my place of employment. I'm not going to leave. I'm not looking for another job.
No, it might get better. Who knows? They make it.
Who knows? Who knows? You know, and so when guests go into the park and experience employees that are overworked and cast members that are just don't want to be there or have been there for 14 hours already, they come into my restaurant and they don't take it out on me, but they're not as happy as they could be. In the past couple of weeks, I've had many families who have said, you're the best that we've seen in a while. Thank you so much for this great experience. This is the best customer service we've received all vacation. And in one hand, I'm like, thank you so much. That's what I strive for. On the other hand, I'm like, why did you not experience great customer service for your whole vacation? So I think this will help overall for everybody.
Yes, I wanted to say they're overworked. And then when the layoffs happen, and then you have more people that's about to be super overworked, and I wouldn't look for I'm happy to be here attitudes, especially if did they already do the layoffs or were they talking about it?
November 11th, they started laying off people. I have heard from my friends that they started with custodial.
Oh.
And that's not good going into the holiday season.
Not good.
You've got so many people coming into your park and you want it to be clean. Because if you have a bad first impression, your rest of vacation is kind of tainted a little bit. Hang on. Who else said something? Let's see. Angie says, what kind of changes do you think we'll see from this? Clearly prices are not going to change and they won't go backwards. No. So
No, definitely that's not. I wish. That would be great.
So changes are going to be, they need to raise the price on Disney Plus immediately. Starting January 1st, I expect our Disney Plus to go up. Maybe a thing like Netflix has where if you want your price to stay the same, that's fine. You're going to have commercials because then they can get income from people advertising on like ABC or whatever. So,
and I'm cool with that because I mean we're already used to commercials anyways.
That's fine. We have YouTube with commercials. We have
16 different commercials.
Hulu, HBO, like it's fine. It's okay. And then they're gonna offer a higher tier, like if you want your experience to stay the same, you know, pay a bigger price.
Yeah.
But that was their biggest loss. So they were already not expecting to make money off of Disney Plus until 2024, but this was a substantial loss in income. So I expect that price to go up January 1st. Let's see.
We knew it was going to like burst eventually.
Yeah. And I think this is just the start of the recession. We've been talking about it for a while. There's shortages on everything. We can't get cashews, guys. Cashews and cornstarch. And so I feel like this is just the beginning of growing pains from recession.
Exactly, with the price being raised and all that now.
Disney World has raised prices twice in a year.
That's crazy.
I don't remember the last time that happened. If somebody knows if they've done that before, go ahead and let me know that in the comments. But
watch the new $1,000 be the $100. That's gonna be the new $100.
We've already said that a 20 is like a 5 now.
Yeah.
So
like anything you get from the store, you're probably paying about $5-6.
Yeah.
3 items. I got 3 items at Walmart yesterday, and that was like $15.
I feel like I can get 2 bags of groceries in this $50. I don't know.
It was coffee. That was one. Coffee.
Yeah.
Got some sauce. All right.
Yeah.
So that right there, the coffee
and sauce.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes. Busto. That was one. I think it was like $3 or $4.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about the pasta sauce, which was also a certain amount.
Good.
All right. And then some bread. 15.
So I think that we won't see prices go down, but what we will see, they're going to open up annual passes back once the parks start losing vacationing families, day ticket people for the recession. I think it's towards the end of next year, maybe 2024 winter. We're going to start seeing annual pass holder perks come back, like free parking at the resorts, maybe a free magic band in 2024.
I seriously hope so. That was a magic. I still remember that first time I booked us the Animal Kingdom and we got our first magic bands. I was like, what are these things? And she was just educating me on that.
Yeah, that was so... and things like, maybe some discounts throughout the summer, or, I don't know, I feel like annual pass holder perks will come back. So,
yeah, I feel like he was alienating the locals, which definitely will put a hurt in their pockets. Like, why would you hurt your locals to where, like...
In Disneyland, it's a locals park. But these locals aren't paying for hotels. They're not really having 3 meals a day in the parks. They eat at home, come for a couple rides, and then leave. They don't buy a bunch of merch or souvenirs.
During slow season, they're going to be looking for the locals. Yes. There's that.
All right, Angie said, cast members deserve to be mean with the way people are reacting these days.
Mean? No, because they'll run with that. I do believe they deserve to stand their ground. Yeah. Like they shouldn't have to.
I shouldn't have to worry about getting fired for.
I guess that spits on you and you retaliated by.
Raising my. I shouldn't have to worry about.
I'll support you.
If I have to raise my voice, one of my fellow coworkers had to raise their voice during an interaction the other night at a gentleman, and I swooped in as backup. It didn't escalate, but there's always that fear of, we're supposed to keep the Disney magic, but how can we when people are so entitled and feel like they can treat us like garbage? So I just kill people with kindness all day long.
That's the way to do it.
That's all.
Don't choose violence.
No, you can't. You're at Disney. You're at Universal. You can't. Get back at people. That's not.
That you should know. That's probably a lawsuit waiting on you.
Yeah, no. Angie said too many people think they are entitled. Yeah.
Well.
Okay, so there's one bad apple for about every 20 people that I encounter. And most of the time the bad apple is just upset because they've been with people stuck in a hotel room that they don't really like the whole week, or maybe they're fighting with their significant other.
It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
Where like the day, like you wake up, right, you get your day started, but then the rest of your family wakes up. Starts with that.
It starts with people waking up.
It starts with people waking up, because then from there you have about a good hour to get some coffee and some food before someone either becomes hangry or they're cranky because they still don't have any caffeine in their system. Right. That's the start. And then once you get to the park, and then you realize everybody don't know what they want to do, everybody wants to go their separate ways, frustration starts kicking in.
I know.
And from there, it goes downhill.
Yeah. Angie says, how can you lay off people when the parks seem overcrowded? It's not going to be good.
I would definitely like to see. Yeah, when she told me that all those layoffs were happening, I was like, right before Thanksgiving, right before Christmas coming up, right before New Year's. I mean, like all that is coming up.
So we were leaving Universal today, and they have. Okay, if you guys have ever been to Universal, you know that there's security in the hub. When they're super, super, super busy, they put security out by the moving walkways, out by the parking garages.
Yes.
And those were going up as we were leaving.
Yes, I was telling her, I was like, oh, there you go.
There they go.
They're getting started.
Getting ready. Travel with Terry family says, I keep holding out for annual passes again. They're going to raise the prices so much, and people are going to start feeling the hit of the recession to where Disney will finally open it back up again. So it's coming. I just feel like it may be another year.
I mean, like, and it's not like official that we know it's coming. It's just us making some guesses. Hopefully, some good guesses.
All right. So let's talk about what Shakeup did that was so bad. Angie says, I thought with the lawsuit, annual passes were off the table. Are you talking about Magic Key in Disneyland?
Is that?
But I think Disney World people sued also because they couldn't get in.
I remember something about that. She said yes.
Okay, yeah. So they just brought back the Magic Keys at Disneyland.
Let's come for them pockets.
So
I had to.
Again, they're not back yet at Walt Disney World. Annual passes are not back yet. But with the recession looming, with Disney losing so much money, I feel like they're coming at some point. I feel like, okay, right now people are still doing kind of okay, or they're starting to use their credit card little by little. I feel like the holiday season is going to max out a lot of people financially. And next year when you go to plan your vacation, you're going to be looking for something cheaper, and Disney is not cheap. You don't get anything free anymore. There's nothing free except ice water. So
that's where I think Universal is going to play a big role in SeaWorld as well.
SeaWorld and Universal are going to come in and be super popular.
Swoop everybody off from under Disney.
I mean, and so then you're going to have the people that are used to Disney that are going to try SeaWorld and Universal, and those people may not be happy because they're used to Disney standards.
Oh.
So then you're going to have to deal with people that are like, well, this isn't...
Universal has a rule about this isn't Disney. We don't have to be nice to you.
That's what they say at the horror makeup show.
And that just kind of carries on from there. Now, yes, Universal employees are always going to be nice. I mean, they're going to be nice, but I always tell people don't expect the Disney customer service.
There's not Disney magic. There's Universal awesomeness.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so Travel with Terry said, I was at Universal today, was hoping to see someone I knew. Oh, no. We were just there to see Black Panther. Yes.
That was a emotionally good movie.
Oh, I'm still recovering. I had a...
So I'm not a person to like cry on movies and everything, but I love to look over to my left because I always can hear some heavy breathing or...
I only cried 6 times.
6
I thought I was going to cry more than that. I'll be really honest.
The 6 people that are watching us right now, that you cried 6 times, it matches up.
I cried once for everybody. Okay. Travel with Terry family said annual pass holders sued because they couldn't get reservations to the park when they wanted, which defeats the purpose of the passes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, true that.
Angie said, my Disney plans aren't changing. I still plan on going every year, but I stay somewhere cheaper to make up the cost. Yeah.
Good strategy. You're going to need that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it's not going to get any cheaper at all.
I think what also plays a big factor too is looking on the time you're coming down too. Like, especially if you try to come down around a very busy weekend, like 4th of July weekend or May Day, something like that, the price is going to be jacked up too.
But I feel like all year now is busy. Like, these next couple weeks after Thanksgiving are usually slow. Oh, Angie said I'll be there in 2 weeks. Yeah, so that's usually a slow time. We've got Pop Warner cheer competitions. They house them at Universal. Their competitions are at Camping World Stadium, but they still get great deals on tickets, and the whole Universal in the summer is just taken over.
Oh, they're gonna be flooded.
So they're rowdy. They're usually nice and polite. You get a bad egg every now and then, but there's just a lot of cheerleaders. So
yes. So prepare yourself.
Yep. Get mentally prepared for that.
If you're looking for a nice, quiet, you want to hear everything on a ride day, that's probably not the day.
I would go to Universal on the days where they're all in competitions before they eliminate anybody. Like the first, second day of competition.
Right, everyone's focused.
Yeah. Everyone's focused. But then once they start eliminating people, those girls and their chaperones will then be like, all right, cheer up, girls, let's go to Universal.
Yes, so you'll know when someone gets eliminated because everyone's gonna be a little upset in the group.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna see some little mascara running down.
Let's see, Jeremy says we own our annual passes to the Universal Orlando Resort. Costs are getting out of hand. Universal's raising their prices too.
Yeah, that is true.
Jeremy, the days are December 3rd through the 10th. So, I don't know if that impacts you at all. But, yeah, I mean, I would maybe stay at Cabana Bay like you did last time.
I mean, that's always a chill place to stay at.
But when I feel like the overflow from dockside, Jeremy says we'll be home by then. Good. You're
all
good.
Right. Yeah,
right.
you're safe.
Yeah. Angie has the Drury Plaza booked in May. 7 nights with parks. For $16.50, that's not bad.
For 7 nights? With the parks, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all like included, right?
Wait,
like so
is Drury the place with the cookies?
No, I know what you're talking about.
Homewood.
Did you know that when we stayed, I want to say it was at I think it was the Embassy. It might have been the Embassy. No, Homewood. I think it was a suite. It was a suite. Yes, and she was a little salty because she didn't get a cookie.
The place had commercials, and they're like, "We welcome you with a cookie," and I'm like, "Where's my cookie?" They didn't have any cookies.
We got one time, and then they were like, "Oh no, we ran out."
Anyway, let's get back on topic. Okay, let's talk about what Bob Chapek has done that could have possibly gotten him fired.
I almost spit up my coffee.
One of the first things that he did was Scarlett Johansson debacle.
Is it Johansson?
Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett.
Potato. Oh, I love to just throw her off her game every now and then.
Yeah, Black Widow. So, the movie released onto Disney Plus and theaters at the same time, which cut her out of a lot of earnings. And Bob Iger was always known for being able to have a great relationship with Hollywood, A-list actors. And so in one fell swoop, Bob Chapek just kind of like destroyed that relationship with her and with, I mean, a lot of people that would come after her that would be like, we're going to make sure we put this in our contract. We need to know exactly the specifics. And it kind of made a lot of people mad.
Yeah.
So she reacted by suing the Disney World or the Disney company.
Yeah. Wait, did she win that?
They settled out of court.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't go to court. They settled all behind doors.
Yeah. So we'll never know what actually happened.
I know what happened. Somebody texted her and they're like, "Did you see this?" And she was like, "What?" Yeah. Anyway,
playing it out in her head, by the way.
She called the lawyer, and the lawyer was like, "What?" Okay. And
play by play, replay by D.
And then it's like Olaf in Frozen 2. And then they died.
Oh my gosh! If we could do an Olaf.
An Olaf segment.
Think you do it?
Or like the guy in Ant-Man.
Oh, you should do it. You think you do it?
No, I can't.
No,
do it.
okay.
No, my voice. I have a double ear infection and a severe sinus infection, so I can't.
Not gonna happen right now.
Not right now. I'm in a great mood. I'm just kind of sick, so kind of really sick. Anyway, which sucks because I'm not contagious. Like it's here. So I've been going to work. I just don't feel good. Okay. Anyway, it's fine.
Wait. Topic cupcake.
Topic cupcake.
Which cupcake are you talking about?
Let's.
Oh, is he gonna get me started up? You talking about the stolen? You talking about the stolen cupcake? Are you talking about the stolen cupcake? I'm just looking at this now. Okay,
Look,
so by the way, I have a right to be salty. Okay, I have a right to be salty about that cupcake. Who just takes a cupcake that was sitting on top of a coin or the coin machine?
Jeremy says he'll replace it.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you said you don't want him to replace it. You want to see if one of his kids will go on Tear Down Flyers.
Ah, yeah, that's right. For her though, I'm good.
You don't want to ride it?
I think I'm good on tear down flyers.
It looks awesome.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a little wide.
You're a little wide.
Yeah.
I've seen adults bigger than you ride that. Anyways, all right. So
100% true said I would. You stole my cupcake.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. All right,
Cade,
it's cool.
Oh, tell Cade yes. Perfect. We'll meet and we'll hang out a little bit to make sure it's okay if he rides with me. It's fine. Also,
vibe checks.
Vibe checks. Make sure it's comfortable, and then $12. Also. $12. I raised my price from 10 to 12 because I can't find anybody to go on that ride with me. So, anyway, something else that Bob Chapek did. Oh gosh, I just looked at my notes. It's a $1.5 billion loss in the last quarter.
What, you said billion? I thought you said million earlier.
Billion with a B.
Oh my God. Can I at least get 20% of that? Like, I'm not asking for much.
You have to be a shareholder.
I'll take 10%.
So there's also this thing where, and it's all hearsay and all rumors, where Bob Chapek has, okay, again, rumors, hearsay. You're either Team Chapek or you're out. So it's like,
I agree with you.
I'll take 0.001%.
Right. I agree with you. But go ahead.
So it's like you're Bob Chapek, Team Chapek, or you're out. And so his name is Peter Rice. He's a British executive. He was top TV executive at Disney. And in June, okay, this guy oversaw everything. ESPN, Hulu, ABC, Freeform, Onyx. And there was rumors that Peter Rice was talking to the press about, just things that Bob Chapek were doing that weren't best for the company. And I guess Chapek got wind of this, called him in for a 7-minute meeting and fired him. He had to leave the building immediately. So this man who's worked his way up through Disney, was over all of these things, was just like, he's like, you're not on my team, you're out. So there wasn't any trying to get him on his side or talk to him about what the problem was. It was just, you're out the door. And that angered a lot of people that worked under Peter Rice and really, really liked him.
So it's a my way or the highway type situation.
Exactly. And something that Bob Iger was really good at is people that he didn't like, he could still get along with them and be like, listen, we don't see eye to eye. As long as we're on the same page, we're okay. It's fine. We just have to work together, So a lot of people didn't like Bob Chapek's my way or the highway thing. So, yeah.
I gotta. We could talk in the back for a minute about a my way or the highway. I'm scared, by the way. I would never. I don't condone violence.
No, never. So, here we go. And then something else was when cast members were like, hey, we don't like this bill that the governor's trying to pass. He was just really silent. He wasn't listening to his cast members, and he didn't say anything either way. He was just super silent. And people were like, hey, is Disney going to make a statement on this?
Right.
Bob Iger made a statement, not for the Disney company, but just trying to, just on his own Twitter account. And so, I feel like that he lost a lot of morale with his team because he wouldn't go one way or the other. He wouldn't make a statement, and then cast members start walking out. I don't know. It was kind of a big deal here at Disney. I remember those days with the walkouts, and everybody's still salty about it. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of my cast member friends are happy to see him go, was because of that one instance, which I don't think one instance should just eliminate you immediately from everyone's heart, but it was just one of many, many things. So, those are just a few things that led up to it. Yeah. Let's see.
Don't want to touch up on that too much.
No, we're not going to get into that.
Definitely a little sensitive.
But, Travel with Terry family says, I got a kid that can ride tear down flyers. We're here till Friday. Today was our last day off.
Yes.
Thanksgiving is here. The crowds are going to be here starting tomorrow. A lot of kids, today was their last day of school.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah, and then Thanksgiving. Oh, by the way, if you're just visiting and you're planning on going to Mall at Millennia, here's a tip for you. I would avoid that area at all cost.
Or go very, very, very early and plan to leave by noon. If you have to go.
Might want to get there a little bit, just like a tiny bit before opening. I drive through that area many times, and it takes me about a good 30 to 40 minutes just to get through that one little strip that only takes you 2 minutes to get through.
It's
crazy. 30 to 40 minutes. People are cutting you off and all that. If you don't have to go to Mall at Millennium, I would avoid it at least until after Black Friday.
Well, you've got Mall at Millennium on this side, and then on this side to get to Universal, you've got the Outlet Mall.
Yes.
So there's no good way if you're on the east side of town to get to Universal except to just try to make your way to I-4.
Yes, that place is very crazy.
It's so crazy.
So I just want to give you a heads up on that one.
All right, let's see, what did we miss? Jeremy says 1.5 billion. That's an insane amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like shareholders and the board was also like, hey, that's an insane amount. And he was billion. And if he was as flippant as they said he was about it on the phone, where he was just like, oh yeah, it's fine, guys, then I might be mad too.
I want to know, how bad does it actually hurt them for $1.5 billion? Like, I just want to know how.
Like, what's their annual income usually?
Yeah, like, does that really hurt them? Or they're like, whoa, they're like, we might want to chill on the 1.5 billion loss.
Well, I know then that's when they started laying people off. And not just laying people off at the lower level. They're higher executives where they would travel for research. Or, travel to meet new people and schmooze people to come over to the Disney company. They were like, no, we're not paying for that travel anymore. So they have really tightened the belt.
True that.
Yeah. Let's see. To be a fly on the wall for that conversation. Yeah, I want to be in there for those 7 minutes. Yeah, so 100% true. So there's always two sides to the story. There may have been things leading up to that suspension within the 7 days. There's so much that we don't know.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy says, I would imagine there's a gag clause in his contract. Yeah. Yeah, so we're never going to know.
Yeah.
No. We just have to move forward with Bob Iger, and we'll talk about why that's problematic in a minute. Travel with the Terry family says, we will be back the week of Christmas. You can try again then. That week's going to make us cry. We will try.
Well, got you.
We will try. Oh, my gosh. They've already warned us that we will be so busy that we might even do like standby.
Who's gonna stand by?
And listen, it's fine. Jeremy says, completely off topic. I would love to hear your thoughts. SeaWorld and Busch Gardens at Christmas sometime. That may be in our 2023. Okay. Let me make a note to talk about that in a minute.
SeaWorld and Busch Gardens.
Yeah.
The fact that you can look in that, right? Like, you could just, the fact she can look up and still and still in the lines. She is in the lines right now. Look at
All right, Angie said, didn't they lose billions when they closed for COVID? Yeah, and that's, I think, what the big deal is.
Probably this.
Within 2 years, they've lost double, like, the billions twice. And
here's another raise or price hike.
Yeah, so then that makes me think, okay, is this company going downhill fast? Because everyone lost money during COVID, except for maybe the people that make face masks. So I don't know.
I can barely do that.
It's called multitasking.
Nope. I tried multitasking and I ended up doing 4 different other things other than the 2 things I was supposed to have been working on. So multitasking doesn't really work well for me.
I've trained my brain to do it. So wait, 100% true. Are you new here, or are you someone that has been around a while and then you changed your tag, your name? Because I feel like you're talking like somebody we know, but I don't know.
100% true. Yeah, that's 100% true.
Anyway, if you're new, welcome.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here.
We notice all the names.
Yeah. Okay.
If not, welcome in, friend.
Let's see.
Angie said I'm new.
Welcome, Angie. We're so glad to have you.
Yeah,
it's weird. You just got
ignore
this...
the wrench.
No, the wrench. We just made you a mod automatically. Oh, they're new.
Just a good listener.
Nice. Welcome
I'm
in.
going to be real with you. I am not a good listener. I am not there half of the time.
I'm a good listener until I zone out, and then you have to say my name to call me back into reality.
That's me. Actually, 70% of the time I zone out, and then she's there to reel me right back. I'm like, hey, on topic. Let's go.
Speaking of on topic, will you pull up the notes section in your phone where we were going to talk about everything that Disney has taken away in the past couple years?
Gotcha.
So this shakeup at the CEO level is concerning because it's been less than 2 years, and they're bringing back the old guy that they replaced, and that's never a good sign. So that's like, he wasn't fired. I'm not going to say that. So, but what I will say is that if a manager steps down, like we work at a restaurant, if our head manager steps down and then replaced, and then within a year and a half, the old manager has to come back, you kind of be like,
I don't think I got that list.
I shared it with you. I texted it to you.
Oh, you texted it. Okay.
Wait, that was it.
Which one?
This one.
This one?
Yeah, the one you were just on.
This one? Oh.
The one you were on. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
I'm getting it together. It's a slow start for me right now, but I got this.
All right.
That's the point of this.
Anyway, so it's concerning that Disney has brought back the guy that left. So so if the old manager picked out the new manager, trained him for, years, they've worked together for years, and then this guy was like, this guy, he's it, and then a year and a half later, oh, he wasn't it, just kidding, I'm back. So you either didn't train him well, you picked the wrong guy, and or something terrible happened that you're not telling us about that would have been a big deal, but you're just squashing it now by getting him out the door.
Wait, so it's more like you're concerned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what's the deal? You don't bring back the old guy after he handpicked his successor, trained him, raised him up, went through COVID with him, and then has to come back? There's something really, really wrong. That's a bad company policy. I don't mind that he's back. That's great. He's a cool guy.
I hear a lot of things good, so.
Yeah, but what if the new guy had an ego that the old guy didn't see? How do you not see that man had the emotional, intellectual capability of a potato?
So
it's like, you had to have seen that somewhere, and I feel like maybe he was just overlooking it, or he was a narcissist. Chapek was like a narcissist that like hid his true identity, and then it came out later.
Potato.
So I don't know. It's either like they got Chapek out at just the right time because he was about to just blow Disney under the water, and it was going to be a bad situation, and so Iger's back to save the day. But then can we trust him to pick the next guy? I feel like maybe he shouldn't pick the next guy.
What, Iger?
Yeah.
So do you think he's just picking the next person just so that way he can just get back out?
I feel like he needs to pick two people. We need a Frank Wells and Michael Eisner situation again.
I honestly think I kind of agree with that one where like he might have just made that mistake where, because you know how like he'd been with the company for 25 years.
Yeah.
So he was
okay,
this guy.
He's got the rapport. He's made his way to the top, and he picked him because he's been there for so long and he knew he could trust him. Right. And so then if that's the case, then you know what a piece of crap he must feel like right now? He's like,
right.
No.
I think everyone.
So maybe this is his chance at like redemption. Like, okay, I'm gonna fix it for real this time.
So yeah, so maybe that's what I was gonna say. I think so. Maybe it's like he's gonna say like, all right, we're gonna give this one more shot. My second chance.
But he needs to pick two people because Iger was good at balancing things, but that's rare and far between. That kind of management, that kind of leadership, that kind of like company involvement is hard to find someone like for president. Like he's made relationships. He's a great leader. He's a great company man. It's going to be super hard to find somebody like that. Super, super hard. All right, hang on. Let's read some of the comments before I go off on another tangent. It says, let's see.
Where we started here?
Oh, Angie says people can hide their crazy look at murderers. Yeah. Yeah.
I won't go too much into all the Netflix murder. Off topic, real quick. I just want to say this real quick.
Okay.
Off topic. I've noticed Netflix has had a rise of serial killers on documentaries lately. I don't know why. I guess that's like a hot topic for them at the moment. But
well, I mean, so there used to be this show. What was it called? Unsolved Mysteries.
Okay, I remember that.
Was it that show where, like, at the end they're like, if you've seen this person, give this number a call? You remember those?
Yes. True, right? I mean, we're always off topic.
Angie says, if we aren't off topic, are you even live? No.
Yeah. we're always off topic. By the way, 100% true. Anytime we do a live,
yeah,
we'll be on topic, but then we'll stray away from the topic, and then she always reels us back into the topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just want to
I'm the fun sucker.
Fun.
Yeah, on Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Fun sucker. You're a fun sucker. Okay, never mind.
No, but you just keep us on track, so that's good.
Okay, it's fine.
All right, we good.
Jeremy says Disney seems to be spending a lot of money trying to reinvent old movies. People enjoy a new story.
I would love a new story.
At Magic Kingdom, the only original ride is like Barnstormer. Every other ride is in another park. And even the newest ride we're getting, Tron, is a replica from another park. We need a new original story. We could be on the edge of the newest, like, animation stuff. And I'm not talking about the 3D Pixar stuff. That's great. But, like, what if they start bringing back the 2D? Like, another animation studio.
I would love that. What was the 4? Oh, the 4D was the one that had like the seats to move and stuff like that, right? Yeah,
I mean, they're good at that too.
That was a little extreme.
But we need new stories, and we need to incorporate them into the parks, and then merchandise, and then spin-offs, and it's just they keep just reinventing the old things. So
yeah, true that.
Yeah.
I would love to see some new stuff. I'm waiting on see which one's going to actually make the leap. Who's going to take the jump and to be like, this could throw us way off, but I'm willing to take that risk. Some of you may die, but that is a risk
I'm willing to take. That's from a Universal movie.
It is Shrek.
They need to take a
leap of faith.
Shrek. Michael Eisner alienated so many people, and they went off and started DreamWorks with Steven Spielberg.
Ah, that is true.
Yeah. So.
That is true. I didn't think about that. Dang.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get in there, but I'll have a whole bunch of random stories that they probably will be like, get out.
So, okay, the duo that I'm talking about, the Michael Eisner and Frank Wells. Eisner was from Paramount. Wells was from Warner Brothers. So they had a TV background, movie background, entertainment background, and they came together and balanced each other out good. So I think this time around, Bob Iger needs to poise himself to pick two people. So, storyline, a man from the Panhandle with an umbrella sword.
You know what? My brain just started working when you said that. The story.
We're getting ready to go back to the Panhandle.
Here we go.
Watch out. You'll see a new short pretty soon.
To the Panhandle of time. Like that. Panhandle of time. No.
You see you on the beach and it's all when you be like,
With the sword. It's on my back, and I'm looking out over the ocean like this. Just seeing the rain come in.
And then the camera turns to me and I'm like, with my poncho, can we go now? What are you doing?
Shorts coming soon. Coming soon. Okay. All right. But let's see here.
The list. How are you on the charging on the phone? Oh, you're good. Okay.
Oh, okay. Angie said, if we aren't off topic, are you even live? Okay, we did that one. 100% said, no, go off topic. I love it. Well, we love you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. So the tinfoil hat. We're gonna take off the tinfoil hat for a second and talk about facts.
All right, so we're doing facts right now.
Facts.
Straight facts.
Facts. Okay.
That's facts.
Okay. Stop. Let me stop.
That's facts. I'm stopping. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
All right, we're gonna talk about things that Disney has taken away in the past couple years that have kind of made us like, is Disney done? Like, is this their decline? Because so many things are gone. No more fast passes.
Oh,
I know.
bring
I miss
that
them.
back, please.
I miss them so much.
And every now and then I still find myself saying fast passes. Sometimes at Universal, I'm guilty of that. I'll be honest there. I'll find myself saying fast pass when express pass is there, and sometimes I'll still say it at Disney, and it's not fast passes anymore. It's gone, but wishful thinking.
Yeah. Genie Plus. Okay, so I'm pretty sure everybody in here right now knows what it was, but just for future viewers, Fast Pass was a system where every day you could pick 3 rides and a time to return to those 3 rides.
Heavenly.
Once you rode those, and this was free, by the way. Once you rode those 3 rides, after you checked into your 3rd one, you scanned your band, you scanned your card, you had a physical ticket at one point. Then you could go and make another one at a time, until the end of the day, until they were all gone, parks closed, and you were a happy camper because you got to ride 8, 9, 10 rides. And they were, allotted so many at a time. So the lines were never too long because you didn't have 40 people just waiting and to one person being able to get in the regular line. So it was a great system, but it wasn't making the company any money.
Ooh, I got a question for you at the end of that, by the way.
Yes. Hang on, let me get through Genie Plus real quick.
No, you good.
Genie Plus, now you have to pay for it per day, per person. Rates fluctuate with crowd levels, days, and not all the rides are even included. Some of them you have to pay for separately, like $20 a person for one ride, and you can only do one at a time. And then you have to set your alarm every 2 hours.
Hard to break.
And then you have to be in your phone every 2 hours, hoping that you get another spot for another ride.
So I'm listening. Go ahead.
Wait, where are you going?
You need more coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Por favor, mi amor.
Got you.
Gracias. So I experienced this just recently. Tuesday. I took Wednesday? I don't know. Last week. I'm so sick. This week's been a blur. My brother was on leave from his base. Finally came to see me. I haven't seen him in like 7, 10 years. It's been a long time. We spent a lot of time together at the parks. We went to Universal, and then we went to Disney on his last day here. And he knew nothing about the parks, but he knew he wanted to ride in the Millennium Falcon. So I got us Genie Plus. And it was disgusting how much I had to be in my phone instead of talking to him, trying to get us that pass, trying to set my alarm going off in the middle of a ride and ruining it. And it was not fun. The rides were fun, but the anxiety of having to be in your phone all day and set these alarms, it was not fun. So
Coffee mate or coffee mate? Okay, got you.
Thank you. All right, hang on, let me read some of the comments. So Jeremy says, my wife and I are gonna write a children's book. That's cool. Yeah. What's it gonna be about? I wanna know. Is it gonna be about pigs? I love pigs.
Half a cup of coffee. So you want me to do 1 sugar, 2 sugars?
1 sugar.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. And then Jeremy said he's not gonna sell it to Disney. And 100% True says, seeing you guys makes me so jealous.
Nope.
Oh, thank you. I wish I had the same relationship as yours. I love how the dude was imagining and the girl added her own spin to the story of his. We do that all the time. We just make up stories. Stop.
This is for everyone. We the best.
Music.
Music.
DJ okay, let me stop. Let's see. Jeremy says just something to make kids smile. I haven't seen your brother in that long. Family drama. Different states. Army. family drama. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy says chickens. Yes, I love chickens too. I used to have 30 chickens.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real. I was in the kitchen and all I see is chickens.
So I asked him if it was going to be about pigs, his book, because they're
Oh,
writing a
okay.
children's book.
Okay,
And
I'm
he
on
said
board.
chickens. So
I'm on board now. All right,
yeah.
we're good. I was like, I'm gonna be real. All I see is chickens. What are we talking about? My favorite fried food is chicken.
Lord. Okay. So last thing about Genie Plus is the price just went up. So
Yeah.
the
We're all
shuttles.
going to be rich soon.
The shuttles at Hollywood Studios and Epcot are not back yet. Like the trams, I guess. The trams from the parking lot are not back yet. The shuttles and luggage handling from MCO, the Orlando airport, to your hotel at Disney, gone for forever. So you used to get these cute little luggage tags that would be like a souvenir, and you would put it was great. You would just put your luggage into luggage handling, and then it would just show up in your room later. And you would have a free ride to your resort, and then you'd get a free ride to the park, and then you'd get a free ride back to the airport, and luggage handling was free. You have tip people.
Made you feel like a rock star though, like
A super
'cause you're
rock
being
star.
transported around.
The moment you got off the airplane and you got on that bus, you've got Disney music, Disney movies, magic.
Made you feel like you're a VIP there.
Yeah. Gone. Resort parking for annual pass holders used to be free. Not anymore. I think it's up to like $28, $30 a day now.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So. Oh, there also used to be this thing where I think it was for annual pass holders. If you were like a first-time annual pass holder, or even if you weren't, you could just go on there and you would get like a free sticker where it would be like family members, and you put it on the back of your car, and one of you could be holding a churro or a balloon, or you'd have Mickey ears, and they would just send you a free sticker in the mail. You would also get like early park access. I remember that it used to be like 2 hours for resort guests to get in early.
See, now I remember that.
Yeah.
And now it's an hour early.
It's 30 minutes.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
That's
that.
enough time for you to
Forgot
get in
they-
there and just get in line for a ride. So you get like one extra ride before the rest of the crowd gets there. And it used to have extended magic hours at the end for like 2 or 3 hours. And that's only for deluxe resort guests now. So you have to be paying like $700, $800, $900 a night to get that benefit.
Can you imagine the exercise you're getting to power walk to the power walk to that ride that you want to get on, and then having to power walk to the next ride right before everyone else get there? Can you imagine the workout you have to get that morning? A lot of steps, a lot of calories being burned.
Also, we have park reservations now. You can't just show up to a park whenever you want. And if you want to go to Magic Kingdom, but the park reservations are gone, you have to book for like Epcot, check in, and then wait till like 1:30 to get on the monorail to go over to Magic Kingdom to get over there, because you can't park hop until 2. Even though park hopping is included with annual passes and your park hopping ticket, but you really can't park hop until 2. I feel like you can only visit maybe 2 or maybe 3 parks a day now.
I mean, now do you feel when they brought this reservation system in, the parks feel more packed than when they didn't have the reservation system?
No, I don't think it's more packed. I just think that it's inconvenient, and I miss being able to go get on a safari and do a breakfast at Animal Kingdom and then be out of there by 10 a.m. and onto Hollywood Studios.
I feel like it's more packed because because everyone doesn't have the freedom to come and go as they please anymore.
They're just stuck there.
Yes. I feel like without the reservation system, people have the freedom to, okay, yeah, I'll just go later on in the afternoon, do what I want, leave, and if I want to later, I'll just go to somewhere else. Like they had the freedom to make that choice.
Right.
But now that the reservation system is in place, there's no freedom, and then now they're freaked out, and so now they actually have to go to that park, which I think that's making it more packed.
So, and also there's the like the mindset of it. Like, I've got a reservation at a restaurant, I need to show up. So if they have a reservation for the park and they don't show up, it's in the back of their mind nagging them, like, oh, I have this park reservation, I have to go.
Mm.
Where sometimes those people that would normally take that morning off and sleep in,
Yeah.
they can't.
Exactly.
We also have virtual queues now.
How do I feel about that virtual queue?
So we like it because we always get in.
Yes.
But if you're out seeing the fireworks until 11 o'clock and then you're trying to get on the monorail and then you don't get back to your hotel or to our home until 12:30, waking up at 7 a.m. is not fun. And then you try to go back to sleep and you can't and you're cranky. And so I kind of like it because I don't have to wait in a 4-hour line. But then, I don't know. Not
True
really.
that. True that.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, annual pass holders used to get. I'm almost through the list. I promise. I'm almost done. Annual pass holders used to get the magic moments, all of your photos, your ride photos, any in-park photos with the cast members. Used to get those for free. We have to pay $99 a year now, plus tax, in addition to our annual pass. So, like, when we renewed, we had to pick a new pass because they changed it all. It's no longer gold, silver, platinum. It's, pirate, pixie, blah, 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 and credit pass.
So you used to be grandfathered in. Now you're the grandbaby.
Yeah. Couple of games that are gone are Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. You used to be able to get these trading cards, go around the park, play the game. You would defeat the bad guys. There'd be these like magic mirrors, and it would light up with characters, and it was a game. It was fun. And then also the Phineas and Ferb with Perry the Platypus game over at Epcot.
I wish I played that one. I was a little too late
Yeah.
for the fun for that one. Like I've learned of it while it was there, but I didn't have time to actually be like, oh, I want to play that.
To actually make a day and go play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gone too. So
I learned about that a little too late for that one.
all right, so 100% True says, how do you feel about the changes? What do you like about the changes? If you were to compare the two, would you prefer the old or the new system? So,
how do I feel about the changes? Right now I'm a little frustrated with the changes.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a little confused. Like I like change, but I also hate change as well. Like I don't know. I feel like there's so many negatives to all the changes that has been happening lately for me to be like, oh, this is great. I mean, there's a few things I do like, and there's a couple of things I did like about a change. Like for one, I hate the reservation system. Again, that freedom's gone for you to choose whether you want to go to that park or not.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I kind of like the virtual queue system because that does give me a greater chance of getting on the ride that I've been waiting so long to get on. I don't have to wait 3 hours. Cough, cough. Rise to the resistance. To get on it, I can easily get. But I'm also a morning person, so I can get up in time to.
Well, and so I like the virtual queue system because we always win the lottery. You're great at like pushing a button right on time, and there have been times where we're not there in time because the return time says 4 hours from now, and then 2.5 hours later they're like, it's your turn, and we're still at home. We're like, oh no, we gotta go.
Right.
But they honor it. They'll be like, oh, your time was earlier. Come on through.
As long as you're nice, yes,
super
they'll
nice.
honor it.
As long as the ride isn't broken down, you're good.
So I kind of like that.
The virtual queue's good. I feel like that could stay, and I would be okay with it. I feel like they're probably gonna do that for Tron too.
Oh yeah, most likely, yeah. They're definitely gonna keep that system in place.
Park reservation system. I understand it. I understand why they had to do it for COVID. I understand why they're keeping it for staffing because they know if they've got 20,000 people coming into Hollywood Studios compared to 10,000 yesterday, they need double the staff. It's a staffing thing. It helps save them money. It's a good business policy. I get it. I just wish park hopping was at 10 or 11 a.m. Because I feel like if Animal Kingdom, if you can get in there at 7 a.m., you're having to wait 7 hours. You can do everything in that park in 7 hours and be waiting for your 2 o'clock to roll around.
Sure, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that is something I didn't think about with the whole staffing issue.
Yeah.
So
it helps them prepare better, which I like. A lot of people have a problem with their Magic Band having the RFID chip in it so they can track you around the park. I like it because if there's something in my area, like the Beat Builders over at Universal, you know how they have those. They have the drummers at Epcot, like the what do they call them?
No, I do like that. Yeah.
The like jammers.
Yeah.
Jammers. So it'll alert me and be like, hey, the jammers are coming on at this certain time, and it'll alert me because it can sense that I'm near their area. I like that.
Yes.
So I get why they do it. They track people to help them have a better experience, to see what their habits are, so they can direct me into a place where there aren't as many people, and I like it.
So, fireworks. Now, compared to, I know, but for the 50th anniversary, we know that we have the fireworks for Epcot and Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom. Do you like both of them? Do you hate both of them?
Right now, Epcot's nighttime show is better than Magic Kingdom's.
Okay, so you like it, but also hate.
I don't like Epcot's show because there's only 2 good spots to see it from.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, true. The whole big barge, and there's a tree, and then there's also the
so
angle
many
as well.
obstacles around the lake, then the big circle where the main show is. You can only see it from a couple of points. That's it.
True that. And you're in hopes of that the things are working, the arms.
The arms. Hopefully the arms are working when you're there. So, but Happily Ever After is going to come back.
That is true. I'm so happy that is coming back.
We're blocked out when it comes back, but we'll be unblocked out for my birthday, and then we can go see it for my birthday. Yay!
Yes.
Let's see. Jeremy says it will be interesting to see how Universal Studios moves forward with Epic Universe as they learn from Disney's missteps. Funny you should say that. Hang on.
She's got a list here.
Bob Iger has signed on for 2 years for the Disney Corporation. Bob Iger will leave in early 2025, right before Epic Universe opens, and Disney has its biggest competition since 1999 when Islands of Adventure opened. Why would they do this? He's gonna leave right when Epic Universe opens?
So did he give them that, okay, I'll stay on for 2 years, or did they give him,
I don't know who thought of this.
Look, we don't need you for 2 years.
I don't know who thought of this, but it's not very smart from a business standpoint to have a new guy come in and take the reins when your competitor is opening a humongous resort. It's bigger than Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios put together.
I think there's a flaw with Universal.
Okay.
Is, as you know how Disney gives you time to plan. They give you a month
like
or
they
two
tell
notice.
you what's coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now with Universal they're more of like, boom, here you go. This is all on you. This is for you. I feel like they're a little more unorganized. So when it comes to announcing something and it happens,
yeah,
and then they run into the problem that day of, and then they get a lot of upset people.
So yeah, Universal plays it safe. They don't tell you what's coming. They're just like with Velocicoaster, we're like, there's a roller coaster, and they're like, no, there's not. And then they're like, hey, we got a roller coaster, and we're all like, yeah, we know. But they're not like Disney, where they were like, Tron coming 2022, and it's gonna be, or 2021, wasn't it? It's
supposed to be here.
No, it's supposed to be 2020.
Wait, was it 2020?
I thought it said 2020. Remember they put the test vehicles out, and we took a picture on them riding them in front of Space Mountain?
I guess it was 2020.
It was 2019. It was like December, I think.
And they kept putting it back, or they kept pushing it back,
and also Mary Poppins ride. That's just scratched from existence now. There's so many things that Disney has said, hey, we're gonna bring this to you.
Mary Poppins.
You forgot about Mary Poppins, didn't you?
Yeah, I just completely forgot about Mary Poppins.
So they're smart because Disney says, hey, we're gonna do this, and then they take it away, and then we're all mad.
Right, but the thing was with Universal, once they put it there, I guess they like to study the fire, I guess, to see where they went wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's like the only flaw I could come up with for Universal when it comes to them pushing something big, is they rather see it rather than think of it ahead of time.
Yeah, that's true. Jeremy says it's not his fault if it goes poorly as he exits the building.
True that.
So that's how I feel whenever I exit my shift also. It's like, well, I did what I could. You guys have restocked, like I've restocked everything. I've cleaned everything. Like if I'm morning shift for the night shifts. Do you need me to do anything else as I leave and wave goodbye? And if it goes bad, yeah, it wasn't my fault because I did everything I could have. I'm just saying.
And I asked you all.
Just saying it could have been, I don't know. I hope he picks 2 people that complement each other instead of just one person, so that if this one person is all of a sudden another Bob Chapek, or worse.
Remember this question I asked you earlier about Josh Tomorrow?
Okay.
Do you think he can do it?
Josh Tomorrow? could do it if he had someone. Okay. Yes, but he needs someone that's a creative, because he is more of a schmoozing people, talking to people, face of the company. He's good with public relations and people, but I don't know how he is with dreaming up new things and creating new things. And what if we did this? There has to be that balance between someone who's, you need two people to have multiple things within them: public relations, the ability to schmooze people, the ability to make people wish they were on your side, in your company. You need to
Do that.
So, like, you know those models on Instagram, and people are like, I want to be them, because they take all these cool pictures in all these cool places.
Yeah.
You need someone out there to make people want to come to Disney, work for Disney, visit Disney, live by Disney, work for Disney, like cooperate, collaborate, and make stuff with Disney. You also need someone who's like, hey, the money side of this isn't so great right now. What can we do that's cheap? And then you also need somebody that's like thinking huge, against the stars. And what if we had unlimited money? What could we do?
Right.
So there's so many things, and I think that one person holding them all is just too much to ask for.
So if they split the responsibilities, then it could make for a great thing.
Because Eisner and Wells were great at balancing each other.
And then whenever Wells died, that's when...
Well, before that, Eisner started to go off the rails with, like, jealousy.
Oh.
And Wells was...
I didn't read into that.
Yeah.
I didn't read... I'm weird. I didn't read into that one. I didn't know about the jealousy part.
Yeah.
I think I read somewhere that there might have been...
He wasn't jealous of Frank Wells. He was jealous of the park that they opened over in Asia that did so well, but they didn't own it. It was the Oriental Land Company that owns it. Mm-hmm. They weren't getting a big cut of it. And he was like, well, I'm just going to build a Euro Disney, and we're going to make money off of that one. And he pushed Frank, and Frank was like, we should open it in Spain if this is what we're going to do. And, you know, Eisner was like, we got to open it in Paris. We got to be in Paris. And I think Wells was just kind of like, whatever, dude, whatever you want. And it flopped big time. Anyway, so, but they balanced each other. They really did. So I feel like we need a balance, unless we can find that in one person. Maybe we can, hopefully. Let's see.
Here's the hoping.
Jeremy said, a great leader will produce a great team and trust them to do a great job. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope. I'm really hoping in these 2 years they'll at least have something laid out or in place for it to be where they can be successful.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna hope for. I mean, I really don't know what else they could do, but hey, I mean, they got a lot of minds, a lot of brains there to help figure this out. So I think, unless they got rid of them too.
So I really want them to put the Disney programs back into the public school system here and help train up another generation of people who are passionate about theme parks and production and illustration and storytelling. I think that would help a lot with their image and with building future generations of Disney lovers.
Let me find out if there's a kid out there that's actually passionate about, look, you got my support, because I will definitely come visit your theme park.
Yeah.
No, trust me, I won't be a negative Nancy. I will definitely come out there and point out all the good stuff. And if you like constructive criticism, I will give it to you. But other than that, I'm just going to look for all the positives. Because to me, I think, I forgot how that saying goes, where like, if you're looking for fun things, you're going to find it, or something like
Whatever
that.
You're looking for, you're going to find it.
Yeah. So I'm looking for all the fun things.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too. So this is kind of where we were at, and we were like, okay, we had already talked about this to each other, and we were like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have hiccups. It's gonna be a rough couple years trying to get acclimated to. I mean, for you're at Universal, so you're fine.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't know what changes are coming my way at Disney. And then we read activist investor Tree and Fund Management, run by Nelson Peltz, wants a board seat and has bought $800 million in Disney.
Oh, yeah,
stake.
that is right.
And he does not want Bob Iger in charge. So this fund, this this company run by Peltz,
Was it
comes in,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Nelson
I
Peltz
thought it was
comes in,
Tree.
swoops in, and helps save companies and like help them like rebrand, repurpose, just get the word out there that they're a great company. And so he's pressuring the board to let him have a board seat. He bought up a bunch of stock whenever it plunged right after the earnings report. And so now we're like, that's not good if you've got this millionaire guy wanting to come in and try to run things and he doesn't like Bob Iger. Because right now what we need is for people to work together to get it back on track. And you're going to give a board seat to a guy who doesn't want this guy in charge when he's supposed to be helping us get back on track for the next 2 years. So now we're worried again. So
Yes. I'm hoping they'll read between the lines and see what's going on.
I mean, he had bought a lot of stake in another company and pressured that company into giving him a board seat. Like, he's done it before.
So he's smart.
He's smart. Introducing more instability isn't ideal, Jeremy says. Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
And I mean, it sounds like this company, wants the best because they own so much stake in the company that if the company succeeds, they make money. So it's good for them. But we need a visionary with creative minds. So Angie, okay, no worries. You're good.
Yeah.
We had planned on doing this for an hour. We're already over the hour.
Yeah. So if you don't catch us back, by the time you get back, well, you have a nice, safe night.
Yeah.
And
be safe. And we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, Angie. So that's where we're at. Is Disney done? No, not yet.
At least not yet. I'm pretty sure they'll bounce back like they always do, and we'll have another Disney history story on Disney Plus.
I mean, Disney was almost taken over.
Yeah.
Before. With Eisner and Wells.
Exactly, and they bounced right back.
There was a coup with Roy's son, and there was like a coup within the company. Like, they've been through a coup before. So
yes. So they'll always find to me, I think Disney will always find a way to bounce back.
They have so many contingencies in place. Like 9/11, they had the parks completely cleared of everyone within 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't even know that was possible until they did it. But they already, they have things in place that we don't know about.
Yeah.
So
aside from all the negative things that are actually going on with Disney right now, and I remember looking at Tim and Jen's live earlier, and she was like, I'm not really there because of who's in charge of Disney, but I'm there because of the rides and all the entertainment. Like, I'm there to have fun and be in the moment. I'm kind of with Jen with that one, I'm there for the park.
You're the Jen and I'm the Tim.
Yeah, like, okay. I'm there for the park. I'm there for, like, I have fun in the moment. Like, I am looking at all the positives and not the negatives.
If you don't know who we're talking about the Tim Tracker and his wife Jen. They're really cool people. Yeah. Whenever Tim sees us, we're always like, hey, he's like, hey guys.
Yeah, he actually, I kind of like fangirled a little bit because we were doing a blog, and it was during HHN. It was during a blog, and he came up to us. It was like, well, he said, I thought you guys looked familiar. I was like,
he's like, he recognized me, and I was like, yeah, that's Tim. He's like, he knew me, and I was like, it's gonna be okay.
I'm the guy with the hat.
No, Tim's super cool. Jen's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think he agreed. I think he was in on it, but I think he was just trying to get like her perspective too.
But Jen's perspective is, she said, I'm not there for who's in charge. I'm there for the way Disney makes me feel. And I like to go to Disney for the way it makes me feel and to remember the fun memories I've had with my family. I worry about it because I'm invested now as an employee. So
yeah.
Jeremy says, I prefer you guys more than them. Wait, why? I mean, thanks, but why?
Go ahead. I think we're more spontaneous anyways. We love you all.
100% true says, I mean, they've been through 9/11, 2008 recession, COVID, World War II. Yeah, they'll bounce back for sure.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they always do. They always seem to find a way.
Always seem to find some people to help them through that have great ideas.
The day that I actually hear Disney is shutting down everything, that I don't think I'm gonna be real with you. I don't expect to hear that at all. Like I do expect to hear like all negative things, like stocks are down, like now, like
I
what's going
feel
on?
like they would sell, if it came down to it, they would sell maybe like Euro Disney before they would do anything to the stateside parks.
True.
So once they start talks about selling a theme park, Euro Disney or whatever, I would then start to worry. But until then, I'm just gonna keep doing my job, making people happy.
Yeah, I mean I mean, yeah, Disney always finds that way.
Yeah. I don't know how.
I'm here for the ride. So hey, we can actually we can live through this out. So let's say like 30, 40 years down the road, be like, yeah, I remember that time when Disney was
do a reacts video.
right. Like I remember that time
I
when
remember
Disney was
that
going
time.
through this problem, and we can talk about it.
I often wonder. I'm like, maybe they could use someone like me. And I know that's very like self-involved to think that, but someone who's like that helps them create a better like environment and helps people feel good, because like I said, people will tell me, they're the best server we've had our whole trip. And so I'm like, if I'm the best server you've had your whole trip, that's terrible. But maybe you need some positive people who like helping people feel good, because it seems like that's what's missing a lot lately. That's what a lot of people have been saying, people are grumpy and stuff like that. So
I actually, and this made me feel good about myself. Like I remember telling you about it, but this is old to you, but new to them. So manager pulled me into the office, did my whole yearly review and everything.
your yearly review.
Yes, and he was like, Darius, I just want to say, I'm excited to have you on this team.
Oh,
he was like,
forgot about that. Yeah.
I could tell that you come to work and you're just happy to be here. And he was like, and I want to know, what is it that you do? He was like, you come to work fully dressed, you got your name tag, you got everything going, you're always smiling, and you're just here and I hear nothing but good things, all good compliments. And I'm like, when I first got hired onto this place, I wasn't expected to be anywhere other than like wherever they put me. And I said, I was just super happy to be here. I'm working for a theme park. Like I used to be back in the Panhandle looking at the TV and noticing that there's superheroes on four-wheelers, and there's this one black lady in the back doing this with her hand. I'm like, oh, I wish I could be there having fun.
The Universal commercial.
Yes. And so now that I'm actually there and I'm working, I'm just happy to be there, to be honest with you. And when we first got hired, we had to go through this orientation, and I remember the lady saying that if you look at your place of work like a job, that's all it's ever going to be, and that's how you're going to feel going into it. And I never looked at it like that. I realized that being there is fun. I get benefits.
Yeah.
And yes, is there a couple bad seeds that come through that can kind of like put a damper on your day? Yeah, but for the most part, I'm working for a theme park.
Yeah. I mean, we have to learn a lot about allergies, and we have new menu items like every week, and there's a lot of intense training every single day. But I feel like working for Disney has made me a better employee, a better server for sure. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to work anywhere else. So
yes, it's.
Okay, I've never worked for a place where I have not looked for work elsewhere. And so there have been a couple times I got worried about change-ups at my job personally, not Disney, where I was like, let me just see what's out there. And every time I would think about leaving, I'd be like, I don't want to go.
It's definitely a challenge in the service industry, but it's fun at the same time.
It's fun.
Will I count this as a dream job? I don't know if I'll count it as a dream job, but it's definitely a fun job, and I like it. Oh.
Let's see. Have you worked in a job that you hated? Hang on, we'll come back to that. Let's read the other comments first.
All right.
There's a book that I would advise you to read called Good to Great by Jim Collins.
Oh yeah, she loves books.
I like books.
Absolutely. And then she ended up telling me about it after she gets done reading it, so I read it through her.
All right, let's see. It explains why companies die and why some have lasted generations. Awesome, thank you. So you're basically working your dream job. I wouldn't say this is my dream job.
No, I really love working there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't count this as my dream. But I told her, I was like, look, I actually want to be an international DJ. Like, I would love to actually travel and share music with the world because that is me. Like, I just love music.
And I would like to be a traveling journalist slash like food, not reviewer, not like Indonesia's food was this, but like this is where this recipe in India comes from and the history behind it and how you can make it in your home to experience some culture and just write about and take pictures about and do videos about places that we go and the food that we eat. Like that's my dream job.
Look, aren't we like total opposites here? Like
no,
I'm like
we both want to travel. I just want to bring I just want to tell people here about food and you just want to bring music to everybody.
Yes.
Anyway, let's see. So Jeremy says we had a server at Mythos, that place that made our trip better. When the team makes the people feel like the guests add to the experience, the guest paying the bill loves it. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many friends I've made by being a server. I have made several friends. And
yes.
My server book is like full of cards of just like realtors and car people and people in different states that will just give me their personal number and be like, if you're ever up there, just come on by and see me and be great to see you. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not there to be your friends. I don't know. There's different people that want different things. If you come in and you sit down and you want to love all over your honey, I'm not going to say anything to you. I'm going to come by. I'm going to refill your wine. I'm going to refill your water. I'm going to serve you. I'm going to change out your silverware. I won't even look at you, okay? Because you're not here for me. But if you want to be entertained, I'll tell you jokes. I'll tell you so many jokes. If you want knowledge, I'll tell you everything I know about Disney or Universal. So it's about making your guests feel like you want them there. Because I do. When you come into my restaurant, this is my home. I have cleaned it. I have prepared the dishes, not really, but I know all about them, and I know the people that do, and I know the allergens, and I know how they taste, and I know how to tell you about them, and I've sanitized everything. I make sure you have clean everything. I make sure that you have anything you might need, extra napkins, all folded. Make it look nice. Make sure the bathrooms are clean. Make sure your alcoholic beverages are exactly what you want. Pairing with wine. So it's like you're a guest in my home. And I'm here to make you feel welcome.
Yes.
And so on that hand, when you come into my restaurant and you make me feel like you don't want to be there, that's where we have a problem sometimes. But I can always turn those people around except for one time. One time. There was one. And I was just like, oh my gosh, get this lady out of here. But yeah. No, so I don't know.
It say have worked in a job that you hated?
Okay. Let's talk about.
So I won't name the place, and I won't say exactly.
I was
where.
about to name that place.
I know you were. No, you were not going to do that.
Okay,
but
can I just say that this place worked you like a horse, like a workhorse, like a mule, like a donkey on a mountain.
And say at one point in time, I did actually enjoy the place that I worked.
7 a.m. till 2:30 p.m. And then he would get a little break and have to come back at 5 p.m. until 12 or 1 in the morning, and then come back at 7 and do it all over again. And they would be like, what do you mean you can't come in because you're sick? We need you here. He'd be like, I have pneumonia. Well, hurry up and get a doctor's note because we don't believe you. Of course you're sick. You're working like 10 shifts in 3 days. How? I don't.
Okay, so like I've started with that place. Like the moment I could start working, I started at the place. 16 years old, been with them for 10 years. So everyone saw me as like the baby, but they also were short-staffed almost every day. So if you're sick on your deathbed, they still expect you to come in.
They didn't care.
But
I worked there for a little bit.
They'll be like, oh, I am so sorry to hear that. Do you think you're going to be better by tomorrow? Or if you take a little bit of medicine and come to work with it, you going to be okay? So she saw all the negative things that were happening. I was trying to look for the positive and try to be strong, and I was stubborn at the same time. So, unfortunately, but yes, I also hated it. But
yeah,
that's all I can say about the place that I worked. I'm not going into any more details about that before I actually slip and say the place.
No.
She's your audiobook. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. She is definitely my audio, but she'll tell me about it because I have a hard time staying focused.
I'm a
So,
fast reader too. So when there's like something that's we're reading like these comments, I don't know, anything online, I'll just read it really fast for him so that he gets it really fast.
yes. Yeah, like I would much rather her tell me, give me a short answer of it rather than me trying to read it and I'd be like,
But I'm the opposite. If somebody tells me something, I'm like, what? I have to read it to process. So, 100% True said, so how was working in that dreadful job to working at Disney? It seems like a radical transition.
um, so honestly, I found that a whole lot better, and I realized how wrong that place actually was compared to actually working for Disney and Universal. I didn't realize how toxic the workplace that I was in for so long
Yeah, it
was
didn't matter.
toxic.
It didn't matter how many people told him, hey, that's not okay, and that's not normal, and that's not good for you. I feel like it really hit you around, I think, spring break.
Yeah, when I was like, hey, did you know that this job actually gave me the benefits, and like when I put in for a request off, they
Yes.
approve it. Like
Yeah.
that, I think that's when she was like, "Excuse you."
Yeah, no, he requested off for my birthday, and he's like, I don't know if we'll get it. We'll just do something on whatever day we do get off, you know. And I was like, that's fine, that's fine. And then they gave him my birthday off, and he was like,
Like
oh my
I
gosh.
was so shocked that
Yeah.
I actually got that time off
Yeah.
to do it. Like they actually honor your request off.
Yeah.
So I did not know
It's
stuff like that basically, and so I didn't realize how toxic it was
super toxic.
until that happened.
Do you sometimes meet with your old colleagues who still work there? Wasn't there? Yeah. So we've ran into them actually at the parks.
Oh yeah. Actually, about 2 months ago, I ran
Yeah.
into one of my coworkers, and he doesn't work there anymore. But yeah, he was down here visiting with his mom and stuff like that. So every now and then we do get people that were like, "Hey, I'm down here for a couple of days. Are you gonna be at theme parks or something like that?"
Yeah.
Usually working, but yeah.
So it was kind of like trauma bonding because you were all in the trenches together, and so it I don't know.
She was there with so I mean,
It was
she
good.
relates.
Oh yeah. Oh geez. 4th of July.
Oh. Oh God.
Okay. It was a beach town. 4th of July was a very big deal. Oh.
I don't think I've ever told anybody where I work. I seriously hope I don't, because by you saying that, they probably would exactly know exactly where it's at. But
4th of July though was like, imagine if you worked in retail on Black Friday.
oh.
But for like a week, because everybody came down for vacation for that whole 4th of July week. Oh,
If you try to request off anywhere around those times, you're automatically denied. Like they will tell you when you first get hired on that you cannot request
I
off.
remember you tried to. So the 4th was on like a Wednesday, and then you tried to take off the Sunday. It was like the 7th or 8th or something, which was the day people were checking out, and they were like, no.
Yeah,
And
they're
you're
like,
like, I just wanted the night off. People will be gone anyway, and they're like, no, we need you that night too. And there was 2 guests that came in the whole night because everybody had left that morning.
so
It was awful.
Yeah, so it's yeah, but
No.
moving on. When she talks, why does he stare across the room and not make eye contact with her? So that's just kind of me. Like I listen, I can hear everything. I don't know. I feel like if I have an ear closer than my eyes, I hear better and I understand better. But yeah, that's just me. Like that's literally anybody that talks to me. I will not look you like if I do look at you in the eye, it's maybe for like 5-10 seconds,
Yeah.
and then I look away. Like
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I have a hard time staring at people.
Hi, I'm Deidre. This is Adarius. We have neurodivergent problems.
Like
Mine is more with like feel. Like if I'm itchy or hot or too cold, I'm like, I can't focus.
yes, so like
If he
there's
looks at people too long, he's just like, what did you say?
yeah, like I will actually start. So I have to look away in order for me to stay on topic with you. If I'm looking at you and you're still talking to me for more than a minute,
Yeah.
I will probably lose focus. I don't know why, but that's how my brain works.
So the way we get around this in customer service is that if you look here or here or here, people feel like you're still looking at them, but it's not the direct eye contact thing. So.
Yes, like I don't know. It's just I get super sweaty,
Yeah.
and like I just get super nervous. It's
Yeah.
just
Mine, I'll do like this thing, like if I make eye contact for too long with people, I can usually hold it for longer than you can. but I'll do this thing where I'll just be like, oh, I know, that's crazy, and I'll just do like these weird head movements.
Like you should, like you she just broke eye contact. Like it's just.
But it feels okay because I'm just doing a little like courteous nod thing, and you're just like, oh, that's so cute, and I'm just like, break the eye contact.
Yes. So like, I mean, so if you ever see us in person and you're talking to us and we just look off, like, trust me, we're still listening.
We are still listening. That's our way of paying attention.
Yes, trust. So. We're listening. Yeah. We're paying attention.
Right. I want to hit on SeaWorld and Busch Gardens at Christmas for Jeremy.
Okay, all right.
SeaWorld at Christmas is awesome. They start putting up their Christmas trees during Halloween, so it's like, Happy Hallow Miss, Happy Hallow Miss, Hallow Thankmas. There it is.
Hallow Thankmas.
They just roll all the holidays into one because they have to put the trees out like on the lake, and then there's different drinks and different food options. So it's kind of like with the rides and the animals and the entertainment and the food, different food and drink booth areas. It's kind of like a festival of the holidays at Epcot meets Animal Kingdom, but also meets Islands of Adventure because you have the thrills. It's a very good mesh of everything for a good price because it's going to be less than Universal and way less than Disney. So I feel like it's a good option. I know you had asked the other day about things for free to do in Orlando, trying to, you know, save the money for Christmas presents. There's not that much. Resorts and, hang on. We revisited SeaWorld just after it reopened from COVID, a bit bumpy. We did too, and we haven't been back. Okay, The customer service after COVID was awful, and all of the sanctions were awful, and people didn't know what was going on. It was so disorganized, and it was kind of dirty, even though they were like, COVID, sanitize your hands, but then everywhere was kind of dirty and dingy, and...
I'm pretty sure it's like 100 times better than...
Oh, I've seen pictures, I've heard reviews that it's better now. So, resorts, Disney resorts, Universal resorts, you can park at Disney Springs and take a bus to some of the resorts like Grand Floridian and see all the cool decorations and stuff. Then your parking's free, and it's going to take you a while to get to the Grand Floridian because you have to wait for the bus and then get the bus over there. But at least it's free, and you get to see some cool stuff. And Universal, you can literally just start at Aventura, walk over to each resort, take the pathways, and see all their cool stuff too, and it's free. The tree hunt is not free.
Wait, one second before we go on. 100% True said, guys, have to leave. It was nice getting to know you. By the way, I'm from South Africa, and I hope that you visit my country someday. Goodbye and have a great day.
I want to go to South Africa and eat the food.
Yes, we will. We appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us. We enjoyed having you. We actually enjoyed having all of you. We appreciate it again. Thanks for all our randomness. Thank you for sticking around for that.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay. It's good to meet you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, we definitely do tinfoil hat Tuesdays every now and then. This was a little different today. It wasn't really tinfoil hatty, but more of like what was going on.
Yeah.
But still, this is us. We never really know when we're doing these, so this is kind of like a last minute thing. So we'll give you
I finally got my voice back yesterday, so I was like, let's do it live.
Yes, so these are like one of those. So we're a little spontaneous when it comes to stuff like this.
Oh, man. All right. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
And so Jeremy says that he visited some state parks. They were cheap and stunning. Yeah. And you can get like I don't know if you want to do this, but you can get like a national park entrance, maybe like a family present one day. And then you can just take like road trips to national parks.
Oh, yeah. You do have like the thing, the big tall thing you open up and boop.
Yeah.
Put the little step behind like
That's one of my goals is to visit all of the national parks. And I know it's probably unrealistic because a lot of them are very far away, but
it might happen one day. We'll see.
Maybe, we'll see. But yeah, the things around here that are big tourist draws besides theme parks are going to be Night of a Million Lights for Give Kids the World. They moved it from their village to a different location now. There's also lots of like drive-through lights. So, but those cost money. Like we were looking at one the other day, and it was $42 for us to just drive through the lights. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like nothing's gonna be that cheap anymore. So.
Yeah. True that. Okay.
All right. I think we're gonna call it. Jeremy says we have a pass to visit science centers throughout the U.S. What? That's a thing?
Oh, I think you might have started something here.
We still haven't visited the Orlando Science Center, and they just opened, I think, a children's museum here in Orlando.
So the day that I thought about taking us to a science museum was one of the busier days. I don't remember what day that was.
I think it was like a holiday Monday, like a.
Was it Labor Day?
I think it might have been.
I think it was. It might have been Labor Day that I was like, "Hey, let's go to a science museum." And she was like, "Wait."
I said, "What day is it? The kids are out of school. I don't think we should go today." Yeah. Jeremy says we're homeschooling, so the pass is huge. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Great.
Oh, I would love to visit the science museum. We still have yet to visit Ripley's Believe It or Not, and we still have yet to go like through
I want to go to
Drive.
Wonderworks.
And yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that we still want to do.
But everything's getting so expensive.
One of these days, I'm gonna talk her into going to Madame Tussauds. Tussauds?
Madame
One of these
Tussauds
days.
is that wax
Tussauds?
museum. Tussauds. I don't know. Everybody's like, yeah, let's go take pictures, and I'm like, they're creepy.
I think it should be a thing.
Yes, send us the info.
Please.
Yes. Oh, one more thing. We had gotten a couple of messages, direct messages, and people at work. Somebody was asking me, you guys haven't released a video lately, and I just wanted to recap that we had to work very hard for like 10 days straight because we went to EDC, and then we were at EDC all weekend. And during the 10 days we were working, we were starting to get sick, and then at EDC we weren't feeling good, and then I've been very sick, and then we had to work to make up the money from EDC, and now we're back, baby.
we're back at it. But
So
yes, and we've been out of the game for a little bit, but
yeah, I have a couple videos to edit tomorrow. They should be up by this weekend.
I might have a short for y'all tomorrow. You probably already saw it tonight, but for the ones who haven't and only on YouTube, I might have a short for y'all tomorrow going on. Also, for the ones who's also seen us at EDC, hi, this is us. We appreciate you stopping by, saying hi to us. But
that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for trekking with us. And if you think that Disney is going downhill or you think they're doing okay, let us know below why.
Yeah.
And
we like to see some comments on this.
We like conspiracy theory stuff. ASTC. Oh, you know I'm writing that down.
Trust me, she got it. Because
Okay.
Got it. Look at this. She's just writing without even.
Fine. All right. We'll see you guys real soon. Thanks for checking with us. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming in.